As a finance person that works for a startup or scale up, do you know what a pitch deck or a commercial deck looks like? And also, do you know how to help a founder put one together? That's what I wanted to go through today, is what should be included in a pitch deck to help raise funds with investors, and how can the finance leader contribute to that pitch deck. Hi, my name's Alysha Randall and I am a fractional CFO, and I also am a trainer for new and aspiring finance directors or CFOs within startups or scale-ups. And today I just wanted to focus on that pitch deck. As finance leaders, we are often encouraged to just focus on the growth model as part of the investment, but actually you can really help a founder pull together the pitch deck. Not only can you challenge the founder at looking at the pitch deck in a certain way, but you will also be providing the numbers that will help tell the story. And ultimately, storytelling really is a big part of putting the pitch deck together. You don't want to go to an investor or potential investor with a deck that's just full of numbers and isn't really coherent. And instead, you want them to really come on the journey with you. It's a bit of a cliche saying, but ultimately you want to get their buy-in. And the easiest way of doing that is storytelling. So there are 3 different questions ultimately that I recommend that the founder looks at answering, but also it is a way of you as a finance leader to consider how to help the founder pull this pitch deck together. So the 3 questions at a high level are: why should I care? Why you? And why now? So if you could answer those 3 questions from an investor's point of view, then hopefully you will encourage them to look at your business further. So the first section is, why should I care? And this is really thinking about the problem that you as the business are trying to solve. So are you just showing, oh, we are another SaaS business, or are you really showing the value that you can add to particular customers? So whether you look at it from a customer point of view or you look at from the personal journey, so how did the founder come up with this idea? Was it because they saw a gap in the market? And it's showing that what is the mission of the company? What is the value that you want to contribute to the rest of the world, essentially, and that bigger picture, that big thinking. Why you? So this is probably an area where you really need to demonstrate the skills of the business, the skills of the team, and the skills of the product or service that you're offering. So how does the business actually solve the problem that you've brought at the front? So rather than just introducing the service and the product, you're demonstrating why you as the business or you as the product and service is actually solving this problem for everyone, and why it's really important that they get that understanding of problem and solution. You can look at adding screenshots of the product, or even demonstrations are quite good so that they can see how the product or service works. Then there's go-to-market strategy and validation. So, has this been tested? Do you have product market fit? What are customers saying? How easy is it to convert? All those kind of things to show that actually this product isn't a problem that we want to solve just from a theoretical point of view, but it's actually gone to market and you understand that it is solving a problem for a lot of people. Competitor comparisons are also important here. So that kind of also answers why you. So why would somebody who wants this product or service go to you as a business rather than one of your competitors? And then also looking at the strengths of the leadership team. Even if an investor is quite excited about the problem that you're trying to solve, if they don't believe in the strength of the leadership team, management team, and the team that is going to implement this and essentially spend the money that this investor is going to give, then they're not going to invest in this business. And then why now? Why is now the right time to invest in this business? why is now the right time to grow this business, and why is the right time now to invest in this business, and why hasn't it been done before? So by answering all of these questions, you put at rest some of the investor queries as to, why should they invest in your business today and not watch to see what happens over time. In this section, you would also introduce your financials. So what has been achieved? What is the ask? What are you asking from investors to invest in? And what are you going to be investing those resources in? And how will the business achieve those huge milestones? Because ultimately, you do want to have that big picture thinking. You want to say, oh, we want to be the best at X, Y, and Z, and we want to achieve X, Y, and Z. So you're looking for that market share and explaining to the investors what you want to do. Obviously, you want to keep the message very simple, very straightforward, and easy to follow. Putting too much detail and trying to make it too complex by showing how clever you are is actually detrimental to your pitch deck. And then as a finance leader, you want to look at the pitch deck as an investor. Because you understand the business from a high level, you do get that visibility quite regularly in your day-to-day. So looking at the pitch deck with the founder and making suggestions or asking questions that may be able to be entered into or be preempted, so that when there's the presentation, you are able to answer those questions. But also, when you're building the growth model, thinking about the P&L structure, thinking about how you present the numbers, if you really understand the story that the pitch deck or the founder is trying to tell, you're able to match the numbers to that, or the way that you report your financials to that story. So thinking about what are the most important KPIs, what's the best way of representing the financials, all those things can be answered if you really understand the pitch deck and understand the story that's trying to be sold. So ideally then the financial numbers are coherent to the entire pitch deck, rather than just being shoved in at the end and they don't really make sense. So it really does need to be one cohesive story, and again, simplicity and being able to communicate quite easily about what the business is trying to achieve, how much value they're able to give to the market, how strong the team is, and proof is in the pudding, essentially, with both the customer testimonials, the growth of the business that it's seen to date, proof of potentially product market fit at that early stage, and also the growth in the numbers, and showing that return on investment when there has been investment, say, for example, in acquisition. You're able to prove that you understand the market, you understand the customers, you understand the business, and therefore you just need some funding to continue with that growth. Anyway, it's a very high level overview of the pitch deck, rather than this is what you need to include on slide 1 or slide 2. There are so many resources out there that give you that. There's many different methods of putting a pitch deck together. But I just wanted to talk about it at a very high level from a finance leader's point of view, particularly within a startup or scale up. So hopefully that's useful for you for when you are start preparing for a fundraise. This obviously should be done well before any conversations are happening with investors. But it's really important to get that preparation early stage, because then when you get to the investor conversations, you're fully prepared for those and you have got all of your answers at the ready. So talking about finance leadership within startups or scale-ups, that is primarily what this channel is talking about. So if you are looking to improve your current skill set as a finance leader, or you want to become a finance leader within a startup or scale-up, then this is the right channel for you. So please hit subscribe. I also have tons of free resources that you can access that talk about this exact topic as well. So I'll leave some links below, and so you can check those out. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Cheers.